Isiga Sir Donald Worm, Kwakatus First Nation Otinia. I am your moderator for this morning. Segong, Anin, Buju, Tanse. Greetings, Newagumagantik, my relatives, friends. What a day yesterday we had, wasn't it? Wow. That's right. We had the historic unveiling and presentation to the Federal Minister of Justice by the Office of the Special Interlocutor, Kimberly Murray, of the Reparation Framework. You all have your copies, I'm sure, and you probably haven't gotten through it all yet because it is a massive report, isn't it? And you know, why is it massive? Because it contains your stories. It contains stories of your pain. It contains stories of your loss. It contains stories, more importantly, of your courage, your dedication, of your adherence to your traditional laws, to yourselves, to your families, to do what you must do, the sacred work to recover those ancestors, those little ancestors that never made it home. That's what this is about. And that's why you've done this, and that's why you were all here. And I am grateful for that. As importantly, this massive report points the way forward. It doesn't just say this is the end of the journey, because it isn't, and we all know that. There is much to do. The report articulates the challenge, not just for government. Yes, there are certainly challenges there for government, and we will hold them to account. We heard last night from folks who will share in that task. But it is for all of us. The challenge is indeed for all of us, for all of our communities, to do the difficult sacred work, to work together. And we will go forward. Nobody's quitting. Nothing is going to stop us. If they haven't stopped us yet, they're not going to stop us going forward. And with respect to that challenge, I was inspired last night, as I'm sure many of you were, by the truths that were told here, by the songs that were sung. Even Ansnabi, in his beautiful voice, that inspires all of us, that spoke to the pain of his song, of his grandfather's time in residential school, and his stories. But each of those stories are in each of our families. We hear that in our own living rooms, around the kitchen tables. But most importantly last night, in my respectful view, was the truth told by the youth representatives that came up here and said, committed, that they will, together with all of us, carry that torch forward, that they will take up the challenge, that they will take us all by the hand and continue forward with the work that needs to be done. These young people aim to take over the world, and so they shall. And so my hat goes off to them. I raise my hands to all of you for your courage and dedication to this work, for being here. I want to, just before we get on with the program, with those few comments, I just want to remind folks that there are health and wellness supports available throughout. Those are the good folks in the blue vests that are here. They're throughout the gathering. Give us a wave. Give us a wave. And they've been here throughout, and they have been extremely helpful. Thank you for that. You will know that the Julian and the Gatineau and the Elders Lounge at the Salon des Jardins are available for you to be able to attend. There are smudge ceremonies and others. And please take advantage of those, because personal care is so important in this work. It is essential in this work. If we are to do it successfully, we must be whole people. The National Gathering for Truth and Reconciliation is with us during the gathering, and we'll be doing statement gatherings. They have a booth located in the foyer just outside of the ballroom. And please, share with them if you can. There are a few information booths as well located in the foyer outside of this room, and please take a moment to visit them. I want to take just a moment as well at this juncture to pay special tribute and to acknowledge our elders and knowledge keepers who have been here with us, who have been so generous in sharing with us, not just their stories, but in wrapping their arms around us and about holding us and about keeping us safe and to making sure that we're okay in spite of the pain that they suffer. Thank you for that. For those of you that have shed tears during this event, as I know many of you have, as I know I have, there are bags, paper bags on the table. Put your tissues there, please. They will be taken to the sacred fire, because that is part of your commitment. That is part of your offering. It is part of you. You will know as well that the plenary is being live streamed for those joining us to watch online. We know that this may be a difficult time for those at home that are watching this at home. And please know that there is help available. The residential school crisis line is available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. 1-866-925-4419. 866-925-4419. Please avail yourself to it. Let's start off this morning in a good way. I want to call a performer that you all know and love, I'm sure. He was able to perform for us last night. Thielen Kiknaswe.
Bonjour, ani danse kwe wache sego. Nimki banoje kapisi samant napisis indigenous maingan dodem, kajunang and donjaba. Mino gajab everybody, good morning. My English name is Thielen Kiknaswe. I am Cree and Potawatomi from Walpole Island First Nation, Kajunang territory, but I was born and raised here on unceded, unsurrendered Algonquin territory, otherwise known as Ottawa, Ontario. And I currently reside in Treaty 4 in Regina, Saskatchewan. And it is my honor and pleasure to be here this morning with all of you, our friends, our family, our relatives. I put my hand out and I shake your hand. I greet you in a warm way with kindness and respect. And I thank you all for being here. So I'd like to share a style of dance that hopefully brings that healing and that joy to all of you. This style is known as the hoop dance. This dance originally comes from the Hopi people down in Arizona. And as I'm dancing this style, I'll invite you all to open up your mind using your creativity and your imagination to find those different animals, those different formations, those different creatures that come together as I share this dance. And so I've been dancing this style for over 15 years of my life, ever since I was a little boy at the age of 4. And I'm sure some of you in here have probably seen me growing up. And I just wanted to say that I'm very, very proud to be here to share our songs, our dances. And so without further ado, I'm going to get on with this hoop dance. And if you enjoy, feel free to put your hands together while I'm dancing. It makes me dance even harder. So let's do it.
Yes, put your hands together. What a performance. That's the way to start the morning off. Man, that even got my blood moving. Oh. Thank you so much, Thielen. We have a short film that we want to, before the next guest is called up, we have a short film to show. I think that film is queued up.
2021, Canadians were shocked to the announcement of 215 anomalies being uncovered in a residential school in Kamloops, BC. First Nations people always knew that. Canadians never knew that, or they didn't want to know that.
This is just the beginning.
When that happened, the government announced that they would provide funding to do the research and do the groundwork to find exactly where the children were buried. $216.5 million over a few years. Each school or each group that was doing the work was encouraged to apply for funding. $3 million in necessary work. There are a lot of families, there are a lot of communities that are wondering what happened to their children, and a lot of those that never came home. We're calling on Canada to provide long-term adequate funding and recommit to walking with us on the journey to healing.
I was taken away from my mother when I was 3.5 years old.
My sister was 4 years old, my brother was 7, my other brother was 9, and I was 10 going on 11 when 4 of us got taken from her and put into residential school. And she asked them why and where they were going. The children said they didn't tell her, you know. They didn't tell her, and then if she didn't want to give us up, they threatened her with jail.
I became afraid and ashamed to be who I was and where I came from.
They took away my language and ceremonies and made me ashamed of who I am.
I carried that shame that was not mine to carry as a 10-year-old girl, you know.
There were so many bad stories.
Listening to other survivors has waken up a lot of memories and feelings that I have repressed through the years.
You spent hard time with each other in residential school. You were family. And that's who we are to each other. We're brother, we're a sister to each other. As we've been through the same hell.
I didn't talk about it either.
They were all in residential school. Then I realized why my dad was the way he was.
Drugs, alcohol, any kind of addiction, right? You start to numb those feelings and start to repress again, and here it goes on to the next generation.
When he was sober, he was the best dad in the world.
There was actual genocide that we were put into as First Nations people across Canada.
Some of the kids there, though, they didn't even know how they got there or which way was home.
We need to create and implement curriculums that teach the true stories and histories of our remaining survivors.
Younger generation should learn about this.
Let's have our history inserted into there of all our people who did great things.
Let us find our loved ones. That's what we need to do.
That's going to take a long time to find the kids that are missing.
It won't go away. It won't go away. It'll go away with knowledge, right? And understanding. It'll go away.
How can we heal? How can we forgive?
I think it's wrong. They can fund every other thing, but why take it? Because they're guilty of genocide, and they don't want nobody to know about it. That's about it. And they think they can get away with it.
You know, it's going to take a long time to find our loved ones in the ground for years and years.
All their names are going to be put up there, and we're doing research to find that out. Research that this money came from.
If this funding is stopped, you know, we've only just begun. How are we going to finish? How are we going to close that wound?
The truth and the reconciliation won't happen if we don't have the resources.
Everybody thinks about dollars when we're trying to do something. But really, we're trying to find these children that were missing there.
I think it really helped for other people that went to residential school gatherings and stuff. They started healing a bit. Some people were telling the truth, what really happened.
She just started to open up now and talk about it. And that's the result of this.
It's a very healing for me, and it's empowering for me to start to use my voice, right?
Before coming here, I went down to the memorial site where the school once stood. I asked the spirits of the little children for their help so that I could finish this work that I'm doing, because it's for them that I took this job. Lots of them didn't make it home.
The government played a big role in paying for the nuns and the priests and the brothers who abused our people in that school. And when they say reconciliation, it upsets me because they're not reconciling. What they're doing is they're not facing the truth. They don't want to face the truth.
You took our life. You ruined me. You ruined my father, my grandfather, and my grandmother. No language, no culture, no medicines, no nothing.
A lot of people said that they were devastated and they felt defeated. Well, I've got news for you. Yes, I was devastated, but I wasn't defeated.
They took a lifetime from us. Why are we getting a timeline? Like, come on, that's wrong.
You made promises? Keep them. Not just words, recommendations. Do them. Get them done. History, let's correct it.
Wow. Let's raise our hands. I stand with the survivors, yes. Thank you very much for that.